Yo, 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 what's going on, YouTube? It's your boy Nick the Great coming at you with another live. You already know if you're new to the channel, like, share, comment, and subscribe. To all the returning friends and family, you already know it's peace and blessings. Give y'all a little bit of time to tune in case these notifications ain't go out. See, I got a couple people in here already. James, number 8, what's going on, my guy? Jewel, what's going on, baby? Kev, what's going on, my guy? Commander, baby. Moot Moot. Serious, what's going on, baby? First things first, you already know. Hopefully, everybody's having a blessed and productive Thursday. Hopefully, everybody was able to get through the work day. Mostly everybody to the weekend, whatever plans you might have. Some of y'all still jucking and jiving and getting prepared for a few things, especially these holidays around the corner. Hopefully, everybody is keeping themselves intact, health wise, and everything else. If you are going to be traveling for this holiday season, just make sure you keeping your eyes open and just staying as blessed as possible. T Racy, what's going on, baby? Appreciate everybody who tuned in last night for the conversation. Definitely was a good one. Shout out to the Word for popping in on the panel. If you missed it, catch the replay. Tonight, and I'm bringing up somewhat of a touchy topic, but nonetheless, a topic I feel need to be reiterated on. I had started this a while back, but we had some, how can I say, we had some form of disagreement during that stream, but nonetheless, I'm still standing on it from just a logical standpoint and not emotional. The horrible effects of racism as it is. Now, there's some things I don't delve into because I feel like that it kind of starts back up that whole heated discussion about who's right and who's wrong. Emma, what's going on, baby? Does racism still exist? Yes, it does. But it's in multiple forms, number one. Oh, my banner already up. My banner already up. You should. I'm surprised you didn't see the banner was up already. I know my mouth. I know my mouth. It's in different forms because to this day we still see certain forms of racism that it does kind of stifle some people's views and opinions, and it also stifles whatever potential they think they might have. Now, there are some people. It's rare, so it's starting to get smaller now, but there's still forms of that as far as employment. There's some companies that, regardless of what, they're not going to hire but a specific group of people. How would I know this? Because I went through this. I was working at one point with, prime example, these, I don't know what you would call them, because not all of them was just Islamic. So I had some Punjabs, if that's what you want to call them, and some Indians, basically. Now, they show the biggest form of racism to a degree, and not all of them, but some of them show the biggest form of racism because they feel we might share the same texture of skin, but they are above us and we beneath them. When in all actuality, that's not the case. Cool Gamer, what's going on? Anti, what's going on, baby? Now, not saying again all of them are like that. There's some of them who really know how to keep themselves in order. That's because they had to realize the same thing like most of us had to realize. You're a minority. Now, there's some of them who refuse to let a melanated brother like me work with them or work for them. But they'll be quick to hire their own people. Now, it seems the only time they will hire us to really do certain things is if it's labor work. That part I know for a fact. Because exactly what I was doing, labor work in the school. Even now, that some of the kids are vile and disrespectful, but this is something that they have been taught. They have been taught to fear the melanated people by any means, even down to, again, that key form of racism. I had to check somebody at some point a couple weeks ago. And the only reason why I checked them was because it was necessary. You can't sit here and try to make it seem like we the most vicious and we the most hateful people when you would literally come out of nowhere and say the N word to one of us. But the minute somebody called you a sand monkey or something else, you had a problem. So again, you can't throw any type of racial slurs or jabs and think that at some point they don't come back. See, we wasn't taught to hate people. Despite whatever they might say, that's not true. We wasn't taught to hate people. If anything, we the most calm, collective people that you could come across. We just don't tolerate a lot of madness. And if we have to do what we have to do, then that's when we come out of our peace time. It's necessary. Susanna, what's going on, baby? Willis, what's going on, my guy? I can honestly say, in my opinion, there are a lot of families who still are carrying that through their generations and their generations. What better way to keep not just systemic racism, but just racism as a whole going? Implementing and teaching. Now, yes, we have picked up some racist tactics and traits as far as our melanated is concerned. But again, we didn't teach it. It was taught. But see, the problem is we kind of fell right into that same trap. I wouldn't care if you was whiter than this damn Popeyes cup I'm drinking out of, or you darker than the t-shirt I just brought. That shouldn't have nothing to do with us trying to come together and break some of these patterns that we kept seeing going on. Now, again, back in the day, it wasn't, and I'm talking about history. I'm talking about history. Before racism became a thing, the only racism we ever really had to worry about was the financial part of it. You had the upper class, you had the middle class, you had the lower class, and then you would have what you would call the outcasts, which was those are the ones that was well below the poverty line and would never get anywhere into any one of these other systems. Lower class would be just above poverty, but you still below middle class. So you still got a working grind. Metro, what's going on? And see, this is the thing, though. Didi, what's going on, baby? Who else popped up in here? Realist, what's going on? Who else popped up in here trying to pop up in my chat tonight? All right, I caught up to everybody. But again, that was our only form of racism back then. It was more on who had the most money and who was broke. Because we had people who were melanated, who were rich kings and queens. Just like we had people of every other race that was in that high class system. If you was coming from somebody with money, family with money, you was basically there. And you know what, though, realists? That's what they had trained to do, in my opinion. In order for them to send money, yeah, because some of them are sending money back home to their countries. I'll give them that much. Realist McCoy, what's going on? Now, see, this is my thing again. D-Truth, what's going on, my guy? In a minute. Don't you got a live schedule? My scalp hurt with you, man. My scalp hurt with you. I'm just getting the notification, son. Kind of figured that. Kind of figured that. We're gonna have to start putting D Truth in the corner now. You know what? The sad part about it is, yeah, they do send money home to their people, but there's only a small handful of them that actually do for the community that they built in. Like I was saying before, you know, this is my thing. We got a couple stores in my area that actually give back to the community and not just send money home. There's certain items that, yeah, they might have to go up on, but then again, they let it be known when these events start happening in our community, they come, they show out. They either donating money or they donating their time and effort or they donating stuff from the stores. You never know. There are some who are doing for the community, even if it is just writing a little check here. This is something for the kids or this is something for whatever. But their main focus when they get here, besides building, is trying to send back home to those that couldn't make it over here. And that's like that with every store. I don't care if you're Japanese, Chinese, wouldn't care if you was African descent. Most of these people that come here, they do send money back home to their country. They do send money back home to those who they feel they can help. But there's only a small handful of them that really sit back and donate to the community that they was able to build and prosper in. But you want to know what our problem is? Our problem is we allowed it to happen. And then some of us allowed it to happen to the point where we are starting to get a lot of different fights about who's right and who's wrong and why we can't do this and why we can't do that. It's because we allowed it. We allowed damn near everybody to come here and build and grow wherever we build and grown at. Even to the point again of tolerating racism that we shouldn't tolerate. Bronze, what's going on, my guy? Appreciate you, Metro. And again, it's not to cause no divisions or no barriers in this talk right here. I'm just being logical in what I've seen. Just giving my view and opinion on it. See, like I was saying, and I'm still on them, still on the Arabs right now, because those would be the main ones that, again, they try to look down at certain people because of their heritage and their culture, but then they go out. Some of them go outside their culture. Like they are taught not to be with and be around melanated brothers and sisters, right? But a lot of these Arabic men are trying to marry the melanated sisters. You ever peep that? Again, you know, I've always felt that religion is also part of that racism because you all are celebrating or you all are following different paths to righteousness, right? And in that same token, what is that teaching? Teaching you division. My kind don't like your kind. That's how it's supposed to stay. That's not the way it should be, though. Frankie, what's going on, my guy? You already know if y'all just tuned in the like button. But that's not the way it's supposed to be. Like I said, they'll sit there and talk shit about us. They'll sit there and make certain gestures, or they just show the attitude. And not all of them, but some of them do. The ones that do, those always be the ones when it's all said and done, they come into our people. I'm going to say one thing in particular without sounding like a bastard. No matter what the race is, right? When it comes down to tough situations and when it comes down to, yo, we really need people that's going to be down for us, they mostly come to us. Even down to a prison system. Most of these people that are in prison right now that is outside that melanated community, at some point they come to us for, if not protection, they coming to us for some sort of guidance or some sort of advice. And you can't sit here and tell me one area where they didn't come. But this is what they are taught, to fear us. And the reason why they want to fear us is, again, they know what it is with us. We are the most calm. We definitely the most, not so much outspoken, but we the most knowledgeable at times when it comes to situations that you wouldn't even think we was knowledgeable on. But we mostly just have a good inner peace with us. We not out here fighting every day. See, the one thing that they have taught as far as racism is that you judge everybody by just a small handful. I don't judge no one race by a small handful of people. Now, if that whole race is just blatantly outlandish, and that's different. But not everybody follows those same tokens, those same protocols. And some of y'all that are following some of these religions, that is exactly what is taught. That is still supposed to be a division right there. Your people can't be amongst these people. So let me ask a question. If a Jewish girl, prime example, and an Arabic kid find some sort of love, right? But because of their religious standpoints on things, they can't be together, right? Should that stop them from actually being happy and trying to build together? No. To some people, they would say, well, if this is what it is, they got to follow. No. First of all, whoever you end up finding, whoever you end up loving, and if that's the person you want to be with forever, hey, may God keep that holy union sanctified. See, there's things that are being unraveled as we speak. I know somebody right now, again, that's going through that. She Jew girl dealing with an Arabic dude. And we know, again, we know when it comes to them, they are beefing, they're at war. But it's not just a religion thing. Most of them are fighting over land, especially overseas. They are fighting over land that, in my opinion, really don't belong to either one of them. But that's for another day that we're going to dig deep into that rabbit hole. But this is basically essentially what it is. I don't have to be stuck on this notion of I got to follow this same old thing and the same old pattern. It ain't leading nowhere. Because I would say this in this instance. Let's say, prime example, you don't find nobody within your community, right? Or within your group of people that you feel you have that much of a genuine connection with. You go outside that and you find somebody that's right along that path. Should that stop you from ensuing happiness and pursuing happiness? No. That person you could be seeking, you don't know who it is. There's people right now that you would be surprised they even got together, but then you even thinking, oh, well, you know, they families probably disown them. Some of them families don't think that way again. They are not going with that. They're not going with that for real. The thing all in all is if your kids are happy, that's supposed to be the most important thing. They'll teach you that it's cool to just stay within your flock. But I'll be honest with you, you never know. You staying within one realm, you might miss out on certain things. Again, opposites track. Now, see, in my opinion, all in all, that type of racism got to come to a complete halt. Because again, you got to think about the youth that's coming. And why keep pressing on that same old notion and that same old cycle of hate and division? Because look, let's look at it. A lot of these kids nowadays, they don't really hate each other. Just like a lot of the adults, they do not hate each other. But it's what's being taught, it's what's been stuck in our minds that this is how society goes. Now again, you're gonna have some people who they don't want to have this talk, but it has to happen. And this is my thing though. The racism and the ignorance go hand in hand. And the reason why it goes hand in hand is because guess what? If you are being taught something that was false, you're going to be ignorant to that fact. A lot of people are ignorant to that. What am I hating you for? And some of y'all know y'all going through that because why would I hate you if we almost share the same texture? Granted, we don't got to be brothers. We don't got to be of the same. But we should both know what it feels like to feel some sort of whatever, regardless. Now, somebody asked me one day, was I racist? And I laughed at it. I laughed at it because I told him the truth, but I told him the stern truth. When they ask me if I'm racist, yes, I am. I'm racist or prejudiced against those who are racist and prejudiced against me. I wouldn't care what race you came from. If I feel the slight bit of disrespect or anything that we know for a fact we went through, shh, okay, well, it's not so much that you're an enemy. I just know that there's still people like you that exist. So in that notion right there, yes, I am. Not one of those, oh, get up out of here, white boy. Get your sand rat ass out. No, I'm not one of those. I'll literally go against those who, again, feel they're going against me. I've had an incident where I remember years back I had to lay out some Chinese dude. I ain't want to, but he had it coming. And it was not just because of the sheer disrespect. It was the fact that I had turned my cheek too long for it to keep on with the disrespect. And the first thing is, oh, you, I knew it. No, I'm not. I can still talk to every last one of y'all come tomorrow because y'all didn't do nothing. But he did something to me, so I'm not talking to him. And it will be an issue if I feel it's going to be an issue. It don't got nothing to do with the rest of y'all. See, this is where people get it messed up. When people have a one-on-one confrontation, no matter if it's physical or not, that's solely between them. Shouldn't be a whole race thing. James, what's going on, my guy? I'm sorry, in the long run, it don't sit right. Because let's keep it real. Most of you who got kids in daycare or even going into the school, y'all know damn well y'all ain't teaching them none of that shit. You're not. You're not teaching these kids soul ignorance or none of that. You're not. You more on the lines of just making sure they're around the right people and that you ain't got to worry about going at it with another parent because of their child. That's it. Anne Marie, what's going on, baby? I gotta catch your replay. You over here making chicken sandwiches? Wasn't gonna say nothing, baby. But this is what I'm saying. They still push that notion of, yeah, this is what it's supposed to be. No, it's not the way it's supposed to be. Just because I got an issue with one person of one race does not mean I got a problem with the whole entire race. But that's the ignorance that they've been spewing forever. That's the ignorance they've been putting in our heads forever. And a lot of us were sitting there still going with it. You can sit here and say, oh, nah, you bugging. No, I'm telling the truth right now. Like I said, we didn't teach a lot of that. We were taught some of that. But the problem is we done sat there and took it and accepted it and embraced it. I don't know, maybe I'm different. Because, yeah, I done been through some shit. I done been through some shit that would have warranted me to say fuck everybody, right? But then again, I can't say that when it's only a select group of people that actually has something to do with everything. So I can't say it's a whole damn group. T Racy, what's going on, baby? Who else popped up in here? Appreciate you for dropping all those links, serious baby. Working hard like the dope dealers on this block, baby. But see, this is what I'm saying. They'll sit here and say that, oh, this is not what it's supposed to be. Yeah, man, it ain't. It ain't what it's supposed to be. But apparently it's been that way. Again, it was more about money back in the day than it was actual skin color and creed and everything else. So let's like stop the nonsense on that. The majority of these kids right now going to school, yeah, they might know they look different from each other, but a majority of the shit they know for a fact it ain't about that. It's more about, are you a good person or are you a bad person? And it ain't about, is everybody like you the same way. It's just about if you're a good person or a bad person. You know, I had to throw that in there. You know, I had to throw that in there. But it's true though. They hate to tell you that. Man, listen, I'm always friends with damn near everybody from every fucking culture you could think of. If I could bring all them people in the room right now, all of them would still call me either a nephew or a son that they never had. Because again, it ain't about color. That's what they try to tell you. It's about this. No, it's not about color. It definitely ain't about your background as far as what you follow or whatever. It's just about all in all if you're a good person or not. And the majority of the times they will see half of these people have the same damn things in common. Mostly everybody I know want the same things in life. I could put them in that room right now and they can all say the same thing. We just want to make sure our families is intact. We definitely want to make sure that we keep the life cycle and the generational wealth growing and continuously growing. We definitely want to make sure that we keeping our kids safe and making sure we don't have to go through some of the traumas and the madnesses that placed upon us right now. Just trying to get people back in order for a better tomorrow, basically. Oh shoot! Shouts to Riders for Life. I didn't even know she was live too. A couple people live as always, but definitely got to catch some replays. But I feel this was a little bit of something that had to come out again tonight. And again, some people ain't gonna want to chime in on it. It's all good. But at some point, it does get to a healing factor, whether you believe that or not. Because in order to really heal the spirit, you got to heal the mind. And our mind has gone through a lot of traumas and stresses throughout the duration. Let's just look at history. You got too many people that will literally sit there and make a judgment on you before they really get to know you. See, they was also taught that if you um, keep that division going, you're gonna basically be proving a point that yeah, a lot of you people ain't who you say you are. You just a bunch of savages. That's what they want us to think, that we savages, that we don't think. We just act before we do. No, 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 no. We don't do that. I'm not going to jump out the window if I don't necessarily have to. Word, what's going on, my guy? I'm not going through all of that. Sorry, I'm just not. Because again, in certain instances, it's not about what you will do, things that you won't do. You ain't supposed to crash out for the wrong reasons. Now, if you're doing what's necessary and is warranted to do it, then you do it. Shanita, baby. Give me 1 second, y'all. You already know the workflow, but they want you to think that we ignorant, that we vile, that we are sinister, and we really not. Again, we the most peaceful people we can be. Doesn't matter who we around. So I can't say that because of a few spoiled people in that specific race that everybody's the same way. You would have to prove the numbers on that, and that's impossible. Because I would say for every jackass you want to call them to be, or for every racist prick, prime example, you're gonna have a bunch of them that will try to do their best to help you because they have that humanity spirit that we seem to have lost. we don't. We don't take bullshit. But see, again, it takes a lot for us to even get to that point. But the way history is taught it, we the first ones to attack, we the first ones to not think, we the first ones to destroy. And that ain't even the truth at all. This is what I'm saying. Shit that you taught us, it just stuck with us. But see, another problem I noticed, again, different ways of bringing it to the forefront now. Some of this stuff is being reenacted. Some of this shit is being reenacted. Oh, hold on. Let me put some respect on this Cash App. Oh, don't worry, I'm giving them the double whammy. But you know, yeah, I'm using your own music and what? Appreciate you for that Cash App, baby. But again, throughout history, this is what they taught us. We the most uncivilized and the most uneducated. Far from the truth. And the sad part about it is, after just looking at specific books, specific things as far as knowledge was concerned, you come to realize that damn near everybody went through some sort of not systemic racism. It just went through some form and fashion of crude racism. And again, taught. Because the only thing that really separated us back in the day was money. I could be a poor melanated brother. You could be a how they would call it, lily white girl. You could be the the Mexican and the Puerto Rican and whoever, right? But if we all in that same class of being broke, there ain't no racism right there. We just broke. We ain't no better than nobody because guess what? We all going through a same struggle. And it wouldn't matter what class system we was in throughout history. Almost everybody has been together at one point as a united front, one way or another. Jewel, what's going on, baby? Nah, it's the truth though, real. It sounds funny, and I'm not even trying to be funny at all, but the truth. You go throughout history books on everything. How can we be the most uneducated and the most uncouth, basically, when we was always managing to build with damn near everybody? We just didn't tolerate a lot of the fuck shit, and because we didn't, oh well, we're gonna set you back some, and some people allowed it to happen. It really is sad though, what like is still trying to come to. Some things are being reenacted again. It's a vicious cycle, and the cycle is just sheer hate. I gotta hate you that much and that deeply that I don't even see past why I hate you. I can't see why I hate you. See, that'd be the start right there. A lot of people don't know why they hate somebody. They might think they hate because of fallouts, disagreements, so on and so forth. That's far from the case. That's just irate emotional right there. But in that same token right there, I'm gonna keep it a buck with you. A lot of them are taught to just think that way. If one do it, everybody do it. I never believed that. If one jump off a bridge, I don't believe everybody jump off a bridge. Because again, it's all about what we've really been going through. Again, look is what look is what looks is what you make it. Looks is defined in so many different ways. Because I can give you a good look, I can give you a bad look. I can have a good outlook on things, or I can choose to look the other way. I could look at the facts, or I could just overlook. Either which way, I shouldn't be doing neither or. Once I basically came to a conclusion on something, I should just mostly follow my gut instinct. Because again, I don't believe a whole group would be like that towards at least one person. You never know who lies around the corner for you as far as your future mate, prime example. But they could be of another descent. And again, it's not about the ignorance of everything. Shouldn't be no division on that part. Family should be able to come together no matter what. Because in the long run, it is about the soul happiness of those people who are coming together as one unit. There's some people that you think would honestly never link, and they end up linking. Shoot, I see this on the daily, especially in my hood. People I ain't think was gonna get together end up getting together. And you think they wouldn't get together because again, it's about their backgrounds and their religious beliefs and everything else. But in that same token, that didn't stop them. They still did what they needed to. They followed their happiness overall. And it served them right. A lot of them I know still together to this day. So if they would have allowed their personal beliefs, the religious views, and even just what was taught by the families to interject in everything, who knows where they would be right now? Who knows if they would even remotely be happy with the people that they did find? Never know. It's all about just process of elimination. You can't eliminate a whole race. You just can't. You could eliminate those who are making the race look bad as a whole, because those are the ones that's going to keep pushing that agenda that we need to be divided, that we shouldn't care about the most important things, that we don't have nothing in common. And the majority of us do have something in common one way or another. If I'm going out to have fun with you, I'm going out to have fun with you, right? If I'm going to build any type of friendship, connections, and anything else, right? If a majority of the shit we getting into is stuff that we would normally get into, that's not no division right there. Again, it's all about what you do and what you don't do. So I'm just gonna keep it like that. We all find different ways to break a cycle. How we define it and how we break it down, that solely depends on us. The effects of certain racism, we see what happened throughout history. I don't have to name names, but most of us already got a clear vision of what it is. There have been different genocides throughout the course of history, and it affected a lot of people. Whether you want to believe that or not, we solely ain't the only ones that have gone through some mechanism of racism. Again, it's more about what was taught. Because half of these people really don't even believe some of the things they say and that they spew to people. And they know that. The best way to break free from that cycle of ignorance, hate, and, you know, just all in all, downtrodden and just all in all despicable acts of racism, unfolding what needs to be unfolded, telling it like it is. Because if I was to believe that everybody in one race is the same, then that would mean everybody in the world is the same, and we know that ain't true. We all are gonna have our different views, opinions, beliefs, and even personal griefs. But in the long run, shouldn't divide us from trying to bring real peace to the streets. See, we are allowing certain media platforms and just certain people, period, to basically just keep drilling into us that we ain't never gonna get past a certain level shit. We ain't gonna never get to a certain level, period. We just gonna stay right here. And it shouldn't be the way you think. You all could rise to that higher plane at some point and be beneficial towards each other. Because we've done that before throughout the course of history. You might not believe it, but we have. And again, just cutting away the cancers that do cause these divisions, it will make a significant difference. This is just my view and opinion on it. I feel like everybody at some point has been through it or will go through it. But whichever specific part of it you go through shouldn't cloud your judgment at all. Again, you can't blame a whole for a few's actions. Can't do that. If I have a disagreement almost to a physical altercation with somebody of another race, right? Do I blame a whole race and try to go at a whole race? No. It's solely just that problem between me and that person. And it's not even one of those to be, it's just all about what happened and why it happened. See, they was even taught that violence would be the thing that we respect, and this is the thing that we would react to more. But in certain instances, they was far from the truth. It really was. Now, in the long run, the most I can say is that if history has taught us anything, it's taught us that we was always able to come together on all accords with different groups and make things happen for the best. And the most we ever had to do was cut off the people that were actually being a detriment to the building. Sometimes it came too late. I'm going to try to cut you off by doing everything I can to make sure you don't succeed. That's another form that's being taught. Now, I'm going to say this one more again for the night. Our only form of racism, way back in them golden books, if you want to be technical, again, it was just the class system. It was either rich, middle class, you was either lower class, or you was an outcast. Didn't have nothing to do about race, religion, creed, thoughts, none of that. Sad part about it is that they don't want you to believe that it's profitable. But trust me, it's been profitable to some. You're right on that, it is. Because in certain cultures, again, they are already taught they hate us, even from a young age. But that don't mean every last one of them go through with it. There's some who end up using their own minds. I've always felt that racism is one reason why there was a lot of situations that could have been prosperous for everybody, but it didn't end up being that way. And it was surely because I don't trust your group of people to think they can handle the job or even do whatever is necessary. I'm just going to keep it within my own flock. But in the same token, messing yourself up. Because now, if your group of people ain't skilled and experienced in certain things, who you think they're coming to? Of course, they're going to come to the inventors. They forgot we really were inventors, builders, teachers, scholars, all of that. Now, we know the generations is different. Shoot, we know time is different. I know for a fact the world definitely more than 2023 years old. How many? I don't know. Don't care to know. There's some things in the world that not going to be known at all. And I feel the only way you're going to know a majority of this shit, besides what you read or what you really get your hands on, is when you get ready to go to that next plane. That's about it. Oh no, I know that part definitely serious. See, that's definitely most people have been woke to that. Because again, when I was coming up, I was in the class with a little bit of everybody. I was in there with Italians, Jews, Mexicans, Puerto Ricans. I was in there with the Arabs. I was in there with whoever, plus my own. The majority of us, it wasn't about anything personal. We just wanted to know if you was the right people to be around, and that was it. It was all about human interaction at its best. Not going to sit here and just go off of hearsay, basically. Wouldn't do that. This one person from that one race might be messed up, but the other ones ain't. Again, this process of elimination. You eliminate a lot of ignorance and hate by eliminating those who show the signs of sheer hate, whether you believe it or not. Phil, what's going on, my guy? I'm not gonna lie to you. Some of y'all are gonna need to basically unwash whatever you've been taught because it's doing the worst type of harm to you now. I don't believe everybody follows the same principles and morals. And we've seen that some people, even who have been known to have families deep tied into it, they made their own decisions once they got a certain age. I don't have to follow whatever you believe is the truth when I know it was true for me. If I feel I can connect and build with almost everybody, then that's what it's supposed to be. I shouldn't feel like I'm only limited to the specific people. That's just how I look at it. That's my personal view and opinion on it. Everybody has different views and opinions. There's some people who do believe in that general notion. We know why it was invented, and we know what comes behind it because a lot of people profit from it one way or another. You just don't see the big picture. See, I feel that anytime when people are saying and doing the right things, especially when you bring the right info, this is the things you'll get. They'll try to shut you down one way or another, try to silence it. But again, it ain't that much that separates us outside of what separates us. And again, money was always the biggest form of racism, even back in the day. I think I'm better than you and your whole clique because I'm rich. That's the mindset. And honestly, that shouldn't even be the mindset. That sets us back and still continues to set us back. Everything else came later on. I don't like you because you darker than me. I don't like you because you look like a threat. I'm scared of you because I think you might be a threat. I'm making judgments on you before I even get a chance to even sit down and have a conversation and see what you're about. That's the crazy part about it. It's crazy though. We come up believing a certain hype, then we come to find out that hype ain't even what it really is. At least the ones that woke up to that realization. Again, it ain't a lot that separates us. So why don't we just break away from that and get to a point again of building? We've all built together one way or another. We can continue to do that again. We're supposed to be with people who are definitely going to be at least like-minded in that goal of successful building. You can have your different views and opinions and what you think you can create, what you think might be beneficial, what you think you might have to chop off, and so on and so forth, right? But again, it is about the like-mindedness of just coming together and building something strong. Again, the future generation is going to be left with what if we don't start doing something now? Like I said yesterday, and I'm gonna just continue to say that until the new year come in. You might not like what I'm saying, but you're gonna have to accept what I'm saying. So I've accepted that a long time ago. Everybody can come together in more than one form and build something great and spectacular. Yeah, I hear you, Phil, and that's what I'm saying. There's a lot of different stresses that are causing to that, and then it'll go right back to that specific pattern of okay, well, it's because of this group of people I'm stuck behind. No, at some point we just gotta learn to grasp on what we can grasp onto. See, it seems like almost everybody has some sort of a scapegoat, but you gotta stop using those scapegoats. There's certain things that we know for a fact we could have been a part of right now. We could have been a part of that global building. We sitting back doing absolutely nothing about it. We going against each other for stupidity and ignorance and not coming together for something that could be of significance. Mo, what's going on, baby? Again, I've seen people build companies together from different creeds and different whatever. Still to this day, got their businesses intact, even the separate businesses they got. Again, it's not just about networking; it's more just about building with the right people, building something that's definitely going to be worth it. The effects of racism all in all, in the general aspect of things, is that it caused a lot of great people to stop building or stop coming together because of it. And that shouldn't be the message that we leave behind at some point. We should be able to leave a message that no matter what the situation, we can all come together, put our brains together, and actually make something happen. And you're right about that, serious, but that's the crazy part about it. The more complacent you stay, guess what? Losing out on blessings. And I'm speaking to everybody in general. If I'm to believe that a specific group of people just hate me and hate my people, and I think this is supposed to be a war, then guess what? Most of us are probably going to block our own blessings amongst building with each other. Because we can all have that same notion, you know what? This person is trying to put a gym together or trying to put some recreational stuff for the kids. I'm down for that. Or these people want to teach about finance and stuff like that. I'm down for that. You know? Sorry, but it's just the sad part about it. They'll have you think that whenever we do come together, we end up just fighting and just separating. But the majority of the times, that's not the case. Again, it's solely just about eliminating the wrong type of cancers. Once you get to that building right there, you'll know for a fact that, again, it ain't that much that separates us. Things that we might have been taught, most of us have debunked that, and we taught something better. And that's what we need to continue to do. Again, this ain't no preachable moment. This is a teachable moment. Conversations that are being brought, might not want to have them, but you're gonna have to have them. You might not like what's being said, but you have to accept what's being said. Because in the long run, guess what? We all in dire trouble right now. Most people are gonna come together for some sort of build and some sort of networking and some sort of tool for the future. Again, you are learning everything until the day you close your eyes. Today was one of those moments that I hope it wakes some people up. Look past everything that we was taught and follow your soul instinct on things. When you learn to do that, you are starting to break free from the bonds that have definitely changed your brain down. I don't believe that everybody from every different race just hates solely us, and vice versa. Because again, time and history has taught a little bit of everything when it comes down to everybody. Broken it down into sections the way even the simplest people can understand it. Had it not been for specific things, we wouldn't be divided at all. Half of the things that we know we suffering through now, we wouldn't be suffering through. We would already be past the point of building already. So I feel when I bring these messages, this is just what I want to do. Before I get up out of here, though, because I wasn't going to hold this all night neither. Um, Again, it really is just about going above and beyond and looking past whatever we was taught in the past. There are a lot of you who know for a fact you don't believe in half the things that you see and half the things that were said. So again, it's solely up to you to use your better judgment. Appreciate you, serious. But see, these are the conversations you need to have. And again, it's solely because again, we've seen throughout time that we can do damn near anything when we don't have the wrong distractions and the wrong divisions around us. Again, cut the cancer when you need to cut the cancer. Ignorance, violence, hate, everything that was basically a part of the madness, we could break past that. And this is what people failed to realize too. See, I'm glad you brought that up too. See, it became that now, Phil. But back then, music has always been a form to bringing people together. This is what drew a lot of us together, even back in history. Music of all kinds. And guess what? Didn't matter. We all played a part of it. Music is one form of peace, body and soul that bring people together. Who don't like some damn good music in a positive environment? I'll wait. I'm being petty tonight. Exactly. When you hear crickets, that means everybody enjoyed it at some point. Didn't matter. If it was a song that everybody could get to and groove to, everybody was definitely out there doing their damn thing. It became more brainwashed because the most thing that they taught is that everybody's a street hustler, everybody's a killer, everybody's this, everybody's a pimp, everybody's this. Ladies, what's going on, baby? This is what's being taught. And see, the music has never really been bad. At one point, the music definitely brought peace and spirit to everybody. You gonna tell me disco was causing division amongst people? Hell no. Blues music? Hell no. Don't let me go deep down to the damn cedar chest. Again, it wasn't that much that divided us. What divided us was always having the wrong type of people to escalate the same old chain of oppression and the same old type of bullshit events. It's more of a psychological than it is a physical thing. See, there's some things that people have said just in truth, and some people have deemed it to be racial when it really wasn't. We've seen some people go through it recently. They spoke their truths and their knowledge and still got hit with, but you're being, no, that's not. If I'm giving you something that's clear fact, if I'm giving you something that's in your face, knowledgeable fact, you cannot dispute that. See, even to a point of rewriting things that they try to rewrite in history, they're gonna try to definitely keep that notion again of division right in there. Again, it was nothing but a money system back in the day. It became everything else after that. Not gonna lie to you though, to some people it worked. To others it didn't. So I say you can't say everybody is the same. And before some of y'all get into that notion of thinking that, see beyond the bullshit. See beyond it. Again, trust your better judgment on things. You'll see, ain't that far off. Whatever you thought was good, it ain't good. Whatever you thought was bad, it could be good. Appreciate you, James. I wasn't going to hold this conversation on that because, again, topic like this, I know too many people ain't going to want to be a part of. The ones that will, though, we already know what it is. So we could sit back and we could bounce off ideas from everywhere because everybody has some form of knowledge. No, what comment did you put up? I seen you was dropping links. What comment what you talking about? I didn't see nothing. I seen you dropping the links. But see, a conversation like this is needed because at some point, again, it does bring some real type of healing. Again, use your better judgment before you go off of what you was taught. Time for us to really bring something back together. Unity on all boards. Because the things that affect us as a whole in the community are going to continue to get worse if we don't wake up out of that sleep. And I could revisit this definitely, and I'll definitely drop the link. Mostly just wanted to get that out there tonight. Again, no matter what changes happen in the world will occur. I didn't see no. Hold on. Let me check something. My head hurt. Hold on. Hold on 1 second. The last thing I seen was about you being drawn to the. Hold on 1 second. Hold on. Is this Macho Man Word Savage?
I like that.
What's going on?
That was one of my favorite wrestlers, Macho Man.
What's going on, my guy?
Nah, this is a good combo, bro. This is a good combo. I was hoping I can make it in time. My wife is, man, yeah. Anyway, but yeah, good conversation. Good conversation. But I wanted to add this too, without taking out any context. People are prejudiced, racist. They limit their human experience. You put yourself in a box. I'm just this. You associate yourself with things in that box. If you're running around thinking your race is better than everybody else's race, well, stop eating people's food. Stop using inventions other people made. Just focus on what your people did and see how life is. We meant to interact with one another. We meant to build with one another. And yeah, we got different colors and cultures and all that, but at the end of the day, if you can lay down with somebody and procreate, you're saying,
Nah, that's whole facts, bro. You ain't saying nothing no beat neither, son. You took it right there where I was about to take it. It ain't about, like I said, they think it's about that. It's not. We all have come together for the best reasons because guess what? Whatever we didn't create, some of y'all created. Might not like to hear it. That's the truth.
And then, I mean, if you go, I mean, it's a lot to go with this conversation. I hate I got on late, but you'll have to indulge into the actual races and culture. All melanated people ain't the same. We grouped up in America and call ourselves black, but we got different lineages. We come from different places. Our ancestors, they probably was warned and shit before they got captured. So I mean, it's about getting with the like-minded people, the right people. You supposed to know who you are. I mean, by the creation of the words, racist ain't even bad. IST means proficient. So if you put race with it, it's just you proficient in your race. You know who your race is. You supposed to do that. It's racism. It's the system. When you put one race above another race, that's where the problems come in. But IST ain't bad at all. That just means you know who you are. And you know who your people is. But we done perverted so many words, man. We don't even understand the context or construction of the word. We run around and use it because it sounds good.
Nah, it's a whole fact. Like I don't know, because like I was telling somebody, I said, man, listen, the one form I've seen and they was trying to bring that back, I see, is trying to call the melanated people. Come on, boy. I'm like, there's somebody walking around right now doing that. I think he's a content creator, but I'm like, you playing a certain trick or a certain game, but there's some people that ain't taking that getting called the boy too. You ain't gonna take that too tough. I see he almost got hemmed up by some big ass dude too. I was like, oh, I, bro. When I tell you I was scared for his life, son, I know he was just doing it for a joke. Some people don't take that shit as a joke.
But
Right, this what's
and
going
see,
on, baby.
yeah, I seen that when a dude be in the store saying, "Grab this for me, boy."
Yeah.
Yeah,
Now, granted, like I said, but even though like it goes to show you, like some of those words, especially down in the south, them shit is deep. People ain't trying to hear
yeah.
that.
That everybody dialect different. You know what? Like even in New York, y'all say son all the time. You come to Detroit, you call somebody son, they gonna think it's just like calling them boy. Actually, it's worse because it's like you my son, like I sonned you. You know what I'm saying? So it's the different dialect. It means something different here, than what it mean there. It's just a normal greeting. So even like boy down south, you can't say that, but in other places, you call somebody boy, that's probably part of the lingo. I don't know. I'm just saying. I mean, even that. I mean, I don't know. People too sensitive.
Yeah. Yeah, but like
Really?
I said, it's cultural differences, but it's also just I would also say it's not just cultural differences too. It's just exactly where you at. Like I said, we usually sometimes we might like we see now that boy is different. Like girls out here, they be like boy bye. You're like okay, but it ain't nothing crucial out there. That's just basically saying we ain't trying to hear that shit. But they say that somewhere else. It is the truth. They probably might get tight about that. What the fuck you mean, boy?
It's
Sparky, what's
all
going
about
on, baby?
it's all about the context. That's like some women. If you call them B, they don't get mad. But if you call them B in a certain way or during a certain time, they'd be mad. Just like black people. We run around calling each other N word all day, but let somebody white say it, then you upset. And it's like, I don't know. That shit weird to me too. All that
You
shit weird.
know what it is when it comes to that ER part of it, because you know how sometimes they do it.
I don't like
But
nobody calling me the N word. Period. Like if you know me, like people I know, I slap the shit out of you. Call me. I don't care who you are. But like if I don't know you and that's just part of how you talk, then I won't take offense to it because I know you're not doing it on purpose. But the people who know me, they don't call me. They don't say what up my N word. They call me ninja. That's why I always say that, like my ninja. You know. We say ninjas. Nobody call me no. They don't even say it around me. I don't like that word.
See, everybody got different, everybody got different views and everybody got different aspects to that too. That's the same thing, Sometimes it don't be meant. It's not about how you say it. Well, yeah, that and the tone of language. Because if I'm saying it in a jokeful way, you should be able to decipher that. But if I'm saying it in a way where it should cause something, then you probably know what it is. Like, oh, you think you tough? You one of those moments. That's what I was saying. This cultural differences.
And see, like I was raised by my grandmother, so she came up with people calling her the N word, letting dogs out on her, and hitting her with water hoses. So the story she told me, it always ingrained in me. And even when I was younger, every now and then I say it because I was influenced by the pack. But as I got mature, I was like, I'm straight, bro. I ain't playing with that. Like every time I hear it, it just remind me of man, I ain't even gonna tell that story. But yeah, she told me a lot of stories, you know. Um, she passed her trauma on to me when it comes to the N word.
Nah, it's a whole fact, bro. Everybody got, different. Hey, listen, go deep.
Yeah,
On the same token, like I was telling somebody, ain't that much that really separates us. We all just have different outlooks on things.
yeah.
Hold on, somebody else popped up here. Angela, what's going on, baby? Always late for church, baby.
And see, even that, right? Even the way I feel about it, even when I'm interacting with people and they say it, it don't bother. You know what I'm saying? It don't bother me because that's their experience. You know, if they like, I don't judge people who say it. You know, I just don't do it. And you know, even like on YouTube, if somebody say, "Well, what up, my N word?" I don't get upset or mad because I know they don't know. But if you know me, then we got an issue because now I know you're doing it on purpose. You know, like I said, it's the intent. You know, I know the average person to say it or even say, "Hey, that's my N word." I know their intent ain't to disrespect me because they don't know how I feel about it unless I told them. And if I ain't tell them, then how's it their fault? You know, that's how people need to look at stuff. I mean, we all got triggers, we all got boundaries. But if another person doesn't know yours, what you getting upset for? So the only thing you gotta do is tell them.
Big facts. Hold on. Yeah, Sparky, we hope that you get better soon, sis. Definitely healing prayers, especially to those who need it, definitely. Like I was
And
saying, there's certain things that affect people in general. And again, that don't separate us. When it come down to our health, on all aspects, that affects everybody.
Pirate Cream, what you know about stoicism?
Mm.
Ooh. She talking about stoicism. And you're right. I mean, you accept it. I was looking at Pirate Queen
Yeah.
comment. Uh, is everything, even when somebody do something to you, is your perception, how you look at it, how you take it in, you know? So, I mean, it's true, but to get to that level, especially just starting off, it take a while, you know, to understand that. But you're right.
There's a lot of us that are reading up on certain things, and all in all, like I
Yo,
said,
who your favorite philosopher, Pirate Queen? Let me see. I like Diagnostics. I can't even say the man's name right. Um, I call him Diagnostics, but it's Diogenes.
I'm reading the chat right now.
That's what's up, Pirate Queen. That's what's up. Yeah, he cool. Yeah. he way more passive. He one of the most passive ones. Because when you look at other philosophies, Stoicism is a very they call it virtuous, but it's a very passive way of looking at things. That's why I like Diogenes, because he just be like, fuck it. Like, I piss out in public and won't care who see it. I take a crap out in public and won't care. I would just live my life and do me. And if you don't like it, then that's on you. I like that dude. Yeah, but I even that, because like when you look at Stoicism, it's nothing but Stoicism is just a modern Buddhism. That's all it really is. The philosophies of Buddhism is the same thing. Like when you really look at it, you don't really even gotta look at it. It's just they use Buddhism and their way of life. The Buddhists live different from I almost called them German. Why am I having the Romans? They live different. So I mean their lifestyles are different, but they apply their philosophies to work with the way they live. That's the easiest way to explain it. So I mean, even that comes from Buddhism.
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying. They fail to realize that almost every aspect of life has been bits and pieces from everywhere else. And the majority of them philosophies is damn near the same. It's all about living your life, being around the right type of people and influences, and just rising above the systemic bullshit that we've been going through. It's really about it. At least the way I broke it down.
Oh, Pirate Queen, it's dope. Stoicism is dope. I think you would enjoy it. Look at all of them though. Especially like look compare and contrast. Also, I mean, I would look at Confucius too. I don't know if you deal with more of the Eastern, but I look at Confucianism. I mean, I studied it all. Like I studied Confucianism. I got a theology degree, so I study and practice Buddhism. But like the philosophies, I study. Um, I don't know if you ever heard of a book called The Nine Rings by Miyamoto. Miyamoto. I studied him in college. Uh, I studied Confucius. I studied philosophy. I didn't study the actual philosophy, but
Right. So that's what I'm saying. Like we ain't that far off as far as knowledge and even the whole game to get. Like I said, we done siphoned from each race one way or another. That is the truth. We all have come together and build. Shoot, our knowledge and information ain't that far off as far as anything. We know how to sit down at a round table and bring the right stuff together. It's again just about eliminating that BS that been taught. You know what word? You know what we gotta use that. You know what word? I hate you. You know why I hate you? Cause you a ninja. Well, you got time for that, man.
no, but you're right. Like it's all the same thing from different perspectives. Just think about it. Everything that occurs continuously occurs. It always happens just to different people. So is information collected and shared? Even if think about this, how do you think they learn like certain aspects of crime, like how to predict crime? Because they just take all the information of the crimes that happen and look at it, and they see a pattern. That's how they catch, criminals by looking at their pattern. That's how we hunt. Everything leaves a pattern. So that's all information is, different perspectives of natural patterns. Right? When we share this knowledge or whatever you want to call it, just different perspectives of the same patterns that go in and out, in and out. Life and death. Well, we ain't figured that out yet. Nothing to figure out. It happens. Nothing to figure out about it. Sometimes we overthink.
Exactly. When you overdo it, be the worst part about it. Because now you done burned down half of the man, you done burned down not just the ideologies, but you done burned down basic principles of just what it is to again have human compassion. Now I feel like I gotta be against you just because of this. I don't like you because you're smarter than me in this situation. Okay, you could be smarter than me in this, but I could be wiser than you in another category. But that don't mean I'm better than you. We still are bringing information regardless to what. That's how you keep things rolling in the right perspective anyway.
Yeah. But hey, Pirate King, you need to come check me out. I need to talk. I need to chop it up with you. I think we have a funny show. He said, he said Godzilla is my god.
Yeah, nah, Sparky
Hey, but
cool.
I would tell you this. I would tell you this. Don't throw the Bible away. You just got to know how to read it, and not only know how to read it, you got to know what's missing. But if you do those two things, it's one of the greatest stories. Is there? And think about this. Look, I want everybody to really truly think about it. Anything written is by a person and is their perspective that they write, or a perspective. So it's their story told from their eyes. So you have to take the information from it and utilize it and create your story with it. You can't live their story. You can't do their story. Their story is not yours. It's there for you to learn from.
Facts. The most that you can learn from anything again is just the way to go about it. But then it's also giving you a greater perspective too, because guess what? It's also showing you there's some things you just don't necessarily have to do, and you still won't mess up a balance. Next, hey, what's going on, baby?
Right. You know the most beautiful part about what you just said, not only is it fact, but just to sound on it a little more. Like you said, it's just some things you ain't supposed to do. What happens is people see things and they see other people enjoying things and think that's theirs, or they should have that, or they'd be happy with it. When it's not, when it ain't for you to do, you on the wrong path. It's telling you that's the rejection. It's to get you back on your path. So that was beautiful. Well, let me jump down, bro. I'm gonna pop on. I'm gonna pop on for a hot minute, and then I'm gonna take my leave of absence.
Nah, no doubt, bro. You already know you're more than welcome to pop in, bro. Appreciate you hitting the link.
Oh, for sure. But yeah, when you go late like this, it'd be like this around like 11:40, 11, like 11:30, like 40. I can pop up. I'd be trying to get up there, but as soon as I get from under the kids, they wake up. They go to sleep. It's like, and then my daughter moving now. Like she moving crazy, bro. She jumping off the bed. I'm like, come on now, man. You
Well, at
light
least she
skinned.
ain't
You can't
elbow
be
drop
doing
you
all
yet. At least she ain't elbow
that.
drop you yet.
But no, she got a mad donkey kick. And she's sassy, bro. She be angry, man. She will attack you. Like if she wants something and you take it from her, she'll lunge at you, bro. She got teeth now, so she goes straight to the biting. Like, I'm telling you, man, my daughter ruthless. I'm putting her in jujitsu when she turned 3. Her hip transition is all cold. For a baby, I'm looking like, man, like my son, he punched like a damn donkey kid. And my daughter do jujitsu. I'm gonna have some ninja kids, boy.
Well, they gonna be definitely taking it out on you though. Feel sorry for your kneecaps, son. Feel sorry for them
Nah,
kneecaps.
they gonna protect their daddy.
Hey,
I'm gonna
daddy, remember
protect
this karate chop? Oh, my knees, look. Hey, 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 hey. Use that against the enemy, not me.
Noah.
No more baby powder incidents neither, son. I don't want to hear that no more, son. I don't want to hear no more about the baby Potter incident.
Oh man, what is she doing?
Up, it's over.
What? Oh, I'm in trouble. Yeah, let me get off here before I go in this room because she about to catch me out.
No doubt, bro. I'll chime in on your shit in a minute too, definitely.
All right. She
You
pull up in
already
the
know.
house.
Shout out to the word for popping in. Like I said, just not a preachable moment tonight. It's more of a teachable moment. Again, just use your own better judgment on things. You'll see that we ain't that far off as far as building together. Those who might have just been tuning in, y'all can definitely catch the replay. Hopefully, somebody did get something out of this tonight. Again, it's just about a sheer balance in life. You can do a lot of things without disturbing your balance. Preaching that division, preaching that type of hate, and continuously doing that ain't leading us nowhere. So just think about that. And I'm gonna definitely revisit this. Probably revisit this on another day. Could be next week sometime. Let's see how this pans out. Now, I appreciate you again for dropping all those links. Serious baby. Working out here hard for the 99 to 8,000 baby. Again, there's gonna be conversations that people don't want to have. For some, it might be triggering. For some, they're gonna definitely get too much in their emotions about it. And for some, they're gonna be still stuck on that old way of thinking because that's just the way it was always going to be. But it is about getting with the right type of people. And it doesn't matter about culture or anything else. Main focus should be, and always should be, keeping something good for the future generations. Again, it was always a blessing to come in here and bring something with y'all. Definitely gonna bring something in the morning. You ain't following me on Twitch by now, I suggest you do. And I appreciate everybody that tuned in earlier today for the little Throwback Thursday, Throwback Thursday. We was definitely up in there rocking out. Again, always good to bring something to the people. And that's the most important thing we are going to do. We're going to bring the right type of information, not just any old information. Talks are needed and necessary. Again, it begins the process of building spiritual healing and mental healing. I'm all for those talks if it leads somewhere to where it needs to. But let me get up out of here. Oh yeah, and definitely shouts to everybody that been part of the eulogy family. Still up in here. We still going to continue to bring the best that we can bring. Say this as clear as day because I feel I'm to keep repeating this even into the new year. Some things that are just going to be out of your control. Things that are in your control, grasp onto it and make something happen. And again, just remember, it ain't that much that separates us. You might not like what I'm saying, but you have to accept what's being said. Get back into that better process of thinking, bring back that human spirit. We could definitely grasp onto everything that we thought was out of reach. That being said, Definitely appreciate y'all. Get up out of here. Definitely see y'all in the morning for the safe. And tomorrow afternoon or tomorrow evening, we definitely gonna be on that Twitch, baby. And since I'm off tomorrow night, who knows? It could be another open discussion. Let's see how this pans out. It's definitely a blessing as always, though. And I see y'all running around these streets. Y'all was new to the channel. Like, share, comment, and subscribe. Shout outs to the replay game. Shout out to the Shadow Mafia and the Shadow Babies. Y'all know what it is, baby. For everybody that was in attendance tonight, you already know that love is love and it'll be reciprocated as such. I don't know how to be fake. All I can do is give you real. That's all I'm gonna do is give you real topics and real builds. I definitely see y'all in the morning. I see y'all running around these streets. Y'all stay safe. Keep that third eye open. And until the next live, we out of here. Peace and blessings.